Hello there! We are fast approaching the midpoint of Season 2, Chapter 3 of Fortnite's forever growing saga. The battle for the island is hotting up, and the Resistance are taking charge. It's time once again to go over the map changes and the clues to the future story of Fortnite, like Midas' role in I.O. We'll get to that very soon. I'm Adam, this is my creator code. Let's do this. First, to the Rock family. They may stand like statues right now, but they have moved this week. After a few years away, Kid Rock and his mama Sharon Stone are finally embracing. Be honest, when was the last time you hugged your mum? I'm not judging. And the dad, Dwayne, has now freed the Rockviler pup from the sand. Without context, this pose looks a bit like an animal welfare issue, but we all know he's helping out little Snoop Dogg here. Last update, I asked you to predict the future, and many people said that they think the Rock family will build a new home together. Let's find out what happens in this story in about a fortnight. Another update we are all glued to is over by the Impossible Rock. For no reason at all, a container was added complete with a toilet chest. Lovely. Then 2 weeks ago, a second was added, and yep, it happened again. A shiny new yellow container now sits high in the sky. We have 3 more updates this season, which could mean 6 containers could be balancing somehow precariously up here. Oh, remember the 2 burnt out cars near Coney we looked at last update? For some reason, there is now a third, a 3-car pileup. I am lost. I have no idea why this is here. Any fellow map change experts got an opinion here? Okay, on to the story updates. This season has been all about war between the might of I.O. and the ingenuity of the Seven. We've been running so many errands for the Origin, the Imagined, and Agent Jones to a point where the Resistance can now win the fight. 7 days ago, the first of I.O.'s blimps was grounded by the uprising. The strange thing was, it crashed miles away in the ocean, even though it was tethered down. Oh well, and now this week the second blimp has met its demise, once again somehow finding water. Both locations still hold IO chests if you need them for a challenge, and there's a siege cannon to quickly rotate to. The battle has now moved to Coney, so keep on fighting. The strangest thing has happened at each of these locations, the Daily Bugle and Condo Canyon. The defeated IO flags have been replaced like we expected, but they were replaced with Ego. This was a faction in Chapter 2 which was quickly replaced by Ghost and Shadow a few months later. Back then, Ego's design was actually a teaser to the island being flipped, because if we rotate that logo around, it becomes the bunker we waited years to open, which eventually was another IO facility inside. So here's my question, why are the flags back now? What does it all mean? If you have a theory, bang it in the comments, and the best ones I'll read out next time. Things are definitely about to get interesting in this story, and all we need now is the return of Midas. Oh, wait a sec. In one of the upcoming missions from Agent Jones, he says this.
This will not come as a surprise, but IO management loves doomsday machines. Loves them. There's even a doomsday division at HQ. Oh man, their softball team is awful, but they will one day destroy us all, so kind of a wash. I have a very bad feeling that we are not ready for what we're gonna find out.
Did you hear that? So much lore to uncover here. First, IO officially have a team dedicated to creating doomsday devices. My guess is that they make these for realities that they visit and want to destroy as quickly as possible. So a doomsday team would make sense. Sort of. It would also tie up to many of the events we've lived through, and one in particular springs to mind. We all dubbed it the Doomsday Device, all the way back in Season 2, Chapter 2. The exact season Ghost and Shadow overtook Ego and Alta, so that's another reference to those flags earlier on. Back then, Midas was revealed to be creating a device on his floor in the agency, which gave us more questions than answers, if I'm honest. Most of us believe that Midas created this device to fight back the storm's effects and escape the loop. He wanted out. He likely did this in that sealed suit we saw in one loading screen. At that point, we didn't know if he was part of the Imagined Order. But now fast forward a few years, and that one line from Jonesy,
"There's even a doomsday division at HQ,"
could tell us that Midas was indeed a part of IO and their Doomsday Division. And judging by the level of skill and knowledge he had to create that device, suggests he's a high-level member of IO. I personally believe that he escaped the loop that day and went into the DC universe, just like the Foundation did, and that would explain why we have the Midas Rex skin. I may be getting a little over my head here. What do you think? Is the Imagined Order's Doomsday Division a way to bring Midas back into the story? Because I hope so. Back to map changes, there are some more to look at quickly. Remember the 5 IO drills which dug through the island and eventually set up IO outposts? Over the last 7 days, 2 more have been destroyed by the 7 and the loopers. So that's 3 out of 5 gone. Like usual, the smoke in the sky marks where the battle took place. This leaves only 2 locations remaining from when Sloan's first scout missions hit the topside. Oh, and whilst I was playing my first game, for some reason, this one didn't appear at all. So I guess it's going soon. It will be interesting to see what becomes of these former battlegrounds. And speaking of smoke in the sky, look out for some near sleepy sound. Take a walk down the road and you'll see this. Somehow a vehicle has lost control, judging by those skid marks, gone straight through a fence, and now is marooned on the beach below. A crashed ice cream truck, no less. And things get a little worse because look who was driving. Peely. I think you and I may be to blame for this one, because a few weeks ago we were in charge of teaching Peely to drive, and this is the job we did. Totally your fault. Be sure to talk to him because you can decide if you make him feel good about himself or absolutely horrid. You do you. Oh, randomly, Clomberries are back in Fortnite. The food group adored by Clombos have suddenly grown back. And wherever there are Clomberries, there are Clombos. So it looks like those beasts are coming back sooner than later. This week, we'll begin the unlocking of the Prowler, which may or may not lead to Miles Morales coming to the game, hopefully, you know, as Prowler is his uncle and all. Oh, and by the time we meet again, Star Wars Day will almost be here. May the 4th. A Stormtrooper will soon be on the island and we'll start to hype up for Season 3. In terms of lore, the Stormtroopers are here all thanks to the Imagined Order. Listen to this. The Imagined Order has recruited the Galactic Empire's finest soldiers to do what they do best. Stay sharp, aim true, and eliminate the rebel threat. Will Season 3 be a Star Wars crossover? How would you feel about that? If we get an Obi-Wan skin, I'd love it. Anyway, here's some legends who kindly used my code this week. I'm Adam, you're awesome. The next time you'll see me for a Fortnite video should be a story recap. I'll see you soon. Peace!